we're on the road to Uncut Hip Hop Awards 2020, and on set, I do have the one and only Castro, talent management, Apple, social media influencing, teaching you how to get the bag, you know. What's good, G?
What's up, Ruby? How
How
you
you
been?
doing?
I'm proud of you, man. I can't believe I'm doing well, but I'm just really proud. Like, I'm happy. I feel like a playground kid
Yeah.
who has just been taken to a new playground,
Yeah.
and they're just loving whatever they're seeing. So it's very colorful out here. It's so beautiful. I can see. Man,
We got the big dogs.
you got the big dogs already in the pocket, man. You know, you're really doing this on a different layer, man.
We're doing the thing, man.
Wow.
I want to say, actually, you're the one person who inspired me to do the thing.
Wow.
Because immediately after we did the Hip Hop Awards last year, you were the first nigga to hit me up to be like, yo, listen, I think what you did is dope. I think we could do something. And honestly, it really, really gave me fire, because I was like, I can't believe I'm actually sitting in a meeting with someone saying, let's do some extra stuff with it, you know?
yeah.
That was, it really like pushed me. And I think after you did the Tanasha Donna launch here,
Yeah.
and then these guys had been calling me, I was like, okay, let me come check out
Check
this
it out, the
spot.
place,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you've really been helping me every step of the way.
No problem.
I don't think that's something that I didn't even have that before. You don't get a lot of people saying, let's do this thing together. You get a lot of congrats.
Yes.
They don't ask you how you did it. Like,
Yes.
how were you when you were doing the thing?
Yes.
And the fact that we had those meetings prior,
Prior,
and now the
and
day
now-
is just about to come up in 2 weeks.
Wow. You know, the
Crazy.
fact that you're a woman, you know, for me, it was inspirational just to see you, just rewarding the game the way it's supposed to be rewarded. Like, for me, I've always felt like we have so much great talent, but people ain't getting recognition like they deserve.
Absolutely.
And a lot of artists are just quitting the game because of just not even lack of money,
Yeah.
just being recognized.
Yeah.
That's enough. You know, if somebody can just appreciate you for what you've done for the culture, I mean, that's enough for you to say, I gotta keep doing this, and I can do this any day.
Yeah.
They'll go work, they'll go do their, if I'm a Makanga, I'm speaking like this because I'm a hip hop kid. I grew up, I'm a son of the first graffiti matatu artist.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
So, like, I'm speaking this as somebody who is really proud of the culture, and just to see where we're taking it. Kenya is the first country, I think, in the world to recognize, in Africa actually, to recognize heroes by painting them in the buses and stuff like that. That doesn't happen globally.
Yeah.
It only happens in Kenya. That's the unique factor. I've seen people travel all over the world to come to Kenya just to see a matatu.
Yeah, that's why they make a big deal.
The
Like,
little
this is a
things we never
matatu in
recognize,
Kenya.
but it's big, man. When I saw Snoop Dogg posting a matatu from
Cardi
Kenya,
B.
Matatu
Yeah.
Gala, if you check their page on Instagram, those are it's my favorite page, because I get to see all the latest matatus which are dropping, or those ones which are, I always feel like it's an album dropping whenever matatu is dropping with new graffiti and
The
stuff like that.
lights,
You know what I mean? So, I mean, but the fact that now you came into the picture, and you just being a great journalist, a dope storyteller in hip hop, just being a great woman, just giving us the vibes over time, and then now you're giving us awards. You're now recognizing these youngins. These things don't happen, man, and this industry is hard to get that, especially in Kenya, man.
Yeah.
We are, crab in the barrel mentality type of people. We don't like to see people go further, but the fact that a woman has taken this step just to appreciate the artists who have come to you, and you're there to see them from day one.
Yeah,
the
man.
struggling days,
Yeah,
begging for
man.
interviews.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you just to see you anchor that. I mean,
Thank
that's
you.
really great. You don't want to know how I'm proud of
Thank
you.
you
know
so
what I mean?
much. Thank you. It feels really, really good to like get there, because it's a lot of like heartbreak. There's too many days I wake up in the morning and I'm like, you know what, forget this shit. Like, why? Why am I even doing it? Like, who am I doing it for?
Yeah.
And then you see kids coming up saying like, yo, I want to be on an uncut stage. And you're like, yo, I got to do it for the
this for
kids.
people.
Yeah, I got
And
to
I
do
like
it.
that. They're gonna ground you. So this ain't stopping anytime now.
Nah.
It will keep living. It will be here for life.
Yep.
Even when we are on the other side of the world,
Yep.
you still, they'll carry
Still
on
gonna be
tradition,
here.
man, because you've laid it out. This is a
Yeah.
new tradition that you've started.
Yeah, and it should continue. Now, you were a talent manager for Tanasha Donna, and then stopped doing that,
Yes.
got into podcasting.
Yes.
What happened? Like, when did you decide that it was time to switch up from talent management into actually content creation?
You know, I mean, 2020 has been a good year, man. I just feel like 2020 has been the year to, you know, open up your mind a little bit because you've had enough time to sit down with yourself, you know, recollect, see the things that you've done wrong and the things that you've done right, and just pull it all together. So I just reached a point whereby I felt, I think I've done enough for the culture. My agenda, first and foremost, when I started the game, was to be an artist. I really wanted to be an artist. So I even chucked a song, you know.
Oh, is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It's an old song, man. But I did it. I did it because I really wanted to be a hip hop artist. But you know, I spoke to Waire. Waire, the love child. I used to go to his studio back in the day with, you know, at Ibra's studio in Nairobi West. He told me, bro, you could build the industry instead of being a player in it. Just the way you look at business is just different. So I want to give a shout out to Waire. He never knows that he's the one who inspired me to start,
Dope.
you know, all this stuff of management.
Yeah.
So when I got my first person, who was Nick Mutuma, to be able to do this with, you know, we did our thing, and then, you know, he just ended up being one of the, you know, leading actors in Sugar, and that opened a platform for me. During that time, everybody was like, "You're insane." Managers were not famous. Nick, you go somewhere, say, "This is my manager," and you know, guys
you
are
mean?
calling me on the side, "Bro, you need a real life, brother. You know, what the hell are you
Yeah,
managing, man?
yeah.
You don't need to manage yourself. You
Yeah.
look broke, matter of fact."
Oh, damn.
And I was like, cool with it. But now I'm proud to see all these youngins with managers, man. This was never a trend, man.
Yeah.
Artists used to manage themselves.
Yeah.
They used to do everything by themselves. They used to go to the shows by themselves. And they just get ripped off on the contract. They just
Yeah.
get ripped off. So me, I'm proud that my dad took me to school, you know, and went to a private college, and I studied about business. I studied entrepreneurship.
Dope.
And I was able to use that. I've never been employed. So my first employer, I can say, was Nick Mutuma, because he trusted me with his career.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody trusts you with their career, that's what they're telling you, like, "Yo, bro, you know, you need to put me on that next level."
Yeah.
And I did it, and I'm proud that I did that, you know.
Yeah.
So when I did that, you know, I've been doing it for a couple of guys. Tanasha was my last round, because, you know, when I met Tanasha, it was like 6 years ago. She was just a straight up girl from Belgium. She didn't have nothing going on with her. But when I looked at her, when my boy introduced me to her, I was just like, this girl is different. There's something different. She looks like a star. I don't know what it is, but she looks like a star. So we did our first commercial. She became a model. And I gave her a Safaricom commercial. We did it. And when she was on Billboard, that's when she understood who she really is. Her value grew from there. And then she went to NRG, we did our thing. I stepped on the side a little bit. Diamond came in the picture, gave her the brand affinity on the next level. You know, she called me back, you know, because she couldn't get a manager who could do what I used to do back in the day for her. And, you know, I'm just proud that the fact that even when they left each other with Diamond, I was able to bounce back her career, because all Kenyans were looking at her like, "Yo, you surely done lost it after
Yeah.
that nigga is gone."
Yeah.
But you know, we showed people that, "Yo, listen, man, this is
still get it
Kenya,
back."
man. You can't play with us." You know what I mean? You can't play
Yeah.
with us, man. You know, we can bounce back any day, and she's still doing her thing. And when we left each other amicably, and I just told her, I gotta take a different route. I want to teach the culture. I want to educate the culture. So much knowledge for me to manage people. You know, it's too much. I can't keep doing this. You know,
Yeah.
it's
see you.
effort. You know, when you
Yeah.
become a manager, you decide to live your dreams and put your
Your
client's
person's
needs
ahead of yours.
ahead of you. So if she needs you when your woman needs you, you need her. Not, you know?
Yeah.
And I realized, man, I'm aging, man. I got a young boy. He needs to see me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
my lady needs to see me come home every day.
Yeah.
Not, you know, so I was just like, yo, I gotta quit this, and then I'll just start, you know, like, put it in a podcast.
Now talk to me about the podcast. I've been seeing your guest list so far. Okay, start from the top. So
You
tell
know-
me, when did you get this idea to actually get into podcasting?
I got the idea. Actually, I got the idea managing Tanasha. I mean, what I went through while I was managing her was really dope. I took it like a case study. And I saw like, yo, look at this affinity we have. She's the most followed woman in Kenya. And I'm thinking, yo, we can do this on a different international layout. But, you know, artists have problems, man. Creatives have problems that they go through that affect them in real life that they don't want to accept. And if you can't paint that picture on your music, it will either way find its way to affect you, regardless of the situation.
You gotta let it out.
You gotta let it out, you know what I mean? So I just ended up like observing her, watching her, the things that we made mistakes, we made success, but out of all that trial and tribulation, I decided, you know what? I think I need to educate creatives on a platform whereby they can just come and just learn like how to do business and learn about mental health. And that's why like we teach at Established African. We're teaching mental health and we're teaching wealth at the end of the day. That's how I can put it.
That's the end goal, man, to be right in your brain and to get that money enough to,
Ice Cube said it best.
Yeah.
Get your mind right, get your grind right.
Right. Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
what we're
man.
about. That's what we're about.
Yeah.
Tell me how you think of the state of affairs in Kenyan hip hop culture so far.
I'm
You've
so
seen it
happy.
from like, you know, from the
nothing,
dust and
from the
up
dust.
until now.
Yo, let me tell you one thing. The state of the culture right now is so beautiful. Like, man, I'm just so happy. Like just watching TNT, Wakadinali.
Yep.
Wakadinali reminds me of Mau Mau and you know K-South Flavor. Like they
like
are
their
just
descendants.
special, man. You know, like when I was launching Calligraph's first album,
Yeah.
when I did the testimony in 1990, that's when I knew Calligraph really laid it out to lay out completely with no games. When we did testimony in 1990, that's when I saw the game is really serious, man. You know, and I saw how the corporates really embodied, you know, Calligraph, how we were able to do that, you know, cultural inclusion, because a lot of brands were not believing in these influencers.
Yeah.
We started the influencer game, you know what I mean? So when we started now, when I put it together with Kali, I saw like, wow, this is a big opportunity for cats to eat now,
Yeah.
you know, to make more money.
Yeah.
Because in this country, you can't, there's no a record label that invests fully in artists to invest fully. Like, I'm not talking about like, I'll just come and sponsor your video and I'm out. Like,
whole thing.
I'm talking about putting $100,000 behind your back.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I'm gonna put this $100,000 behind you and make sure it's back in 2 years.
Yeah.
And this is what we're gonna do, like on some real level,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
If I had an angel investor who could give me that kind of money to put out artists, I'd do it. But I just had to stick a seat back so that the game looks like it has some knowledge in it. You know, somebody could pick my brain and do what I'm supposed to be doing on a different level, and that's my agenda. My agenda, even when I stepped out the game, was to build the culture for myself, because we didn't have a culture like that was, you know, on a
Inclusive,
good platform whereby corporates can come and say, yo, shika this
Get
amount
the
of
bag.
money and go do this thing, you know what I mean? So my ideology all this time was to let's build a platform whereby even if an outsider comes in, they see, oh man, there's a return on investment structure here. Like I can invest $1 million and I get $2 million from this platform, you know? And you know who challenged me on that?
Who?
Man, you wouldn't believe. Chris Kirubi.
What?
Yeah, there's a time I met Chris and he told me, you know, you're working with all these creatives. I don't even think Chris can remember this because he's a busy guy. He doesn't, I'm a nobody to him. But, you know, I met him and at Nairobi University, he had come for a talk and I just decided to go. I acted like I'm a student, but I wasn't. But I just said, I want to know Chris. Okay. So when I went and I talked to him, I told him, yo, Chris, man, you have this radio station. Why don't you invest in artists? You said, if I invest in artists, if I give you $1 million right now, you're going to return it back. You know how Chris is.
He's a businessman.
I said, no. Then why should I invest? I'm a businessman. You know, I need money out, money in. If I give you money, I need it back, you know?
Yeah.
So that's when I realized, yo, we got to go and recollect this stuff, man. We got to go put a platform whereby somebody like him, it's easy for him to invest with artists.
Yeah.
I mean, he invested in talents when he opened the radio station. What would make him not invest or put up the best record label in Africa? He can do that.
Facts.
He has the money.
Yeah.
But who's going to justify for him that this money can come back? And not just from observing, like I'm talking about real mathematical calculations. Like if I put out Ruby's album, it's going to make me
What
this
are the
amount.
numbers looking like?
You know what I mean? She's going to do tours in all these counties. It's real.
True.
It's real when you're in those boardrooms. It's not just the outlook of it. The outlook is really glowing.
Yeah.
You know, it looks good. Like
Yeah.
it makes people feel like, but it looks good only for brand marketers, people who just want to endorse you. It's on that level. Now I want us to get on the level whereby, let me put $1 million behind Wakadinali. Let's see where it will take us.
Yeah.
Let me put $1 million behind, you know,
Yeah.
TNT. Let me see where it will take us. Silverstone.
Absolutely.
BT, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
all those names, Tanasha, you know,
Yeah.
let's put $1 million behind her, let's see where it comes back. But nobody's gonna invest with somebody who's not mentally
Stable,
healthy.
capable. Yes.
Nobody's gonna invest with somebody who's not disciplined on a business route.
Professional.
You gotta be disciplined. Because by the time somebody's investing in you, they gotta watch you. Do you keep time? You know, do you respect my time? You know, are you respecting the contracts that you're being given by corporates?
Yeah.
Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Or we're gonna just endorse you and this money makes you go crazy?
Yeah. I think that's the part where the
That's
creative
where the-
slack is
That's
like,
where the industry is struggling at. So I'm here now on this podcast trying to fix that. Because this is the video clips that I'm going to show in the boardrooms to say, yo, I aired out this
did that.
problem and, you know, I know we're gonna solve it, but we need this amount of money to be
Yeah.
able to do this.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we gotta work with each other.
Yeah,
not work
absolutely.
against each other.
I feel like that corporate endorsement is also coming through finally. I just saw the Octo ad with Infinix.
Yeah, that's God's grace, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's God's grace, man. Like what Octo was able to do on that Infinix Note 8, I think it's something they'll never forget. You know, I mean, I'm just proud of Octo, man. You know, he's a Grammy considerate right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That's a whole other layer. Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm proud of Calligraph, you know, it's a BET nomination recognition. That's big, you know? And Octo, you know, those are real artists who have taken us to that level. This guy's style has nobody, man. Kayole, Kibera, look at them.
Kibera, yeah.
They didn't come from suburbs, man, you know? So how do you hate on that?
Yeah.
It's big, you know? Other artists should recognize that and acknowledge that, you know? I'd really want to see them, like, at the end of it, come together and say, yo, bro, you are my strongest enemy, and you know, because who would like a weak enemy?
I know.
If you're strong,
Yeah,
you know,
facts.
they water you
It
down.
gotta
you
be
know?
a worthy opponent.
It gotta be a worthy opponent. I feel like they complement each other, despite what Octo just dropped a
His
dope.
album, yeah.
Yo,
Jungle
that
Fever.
album is, I'm bumping that
Mural
thing
in Westlands.
every morning while I'm going
Yeah.
to work, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's really dope. So the culture needs that side of entertainment as well. I'm proud of them.
You think this, like with Octo with the Grammy consideration and Kali with the BT, I had a conversation with Blaze and he was saying that the reason maybe Kali didn't win is because we're trying to figure out the position of Kenyan hip hop on a global scale. Do you feel like, you know, now that there's that attention from the BETs and the Grammys, that in 2021 we definitely see a lot more, maybe you see someone on Sway, Breakfast Club, doing international tours,
Most
something
definitely,
like that?
most definitely. We're getting there. Like, I know if Octo and Kali keep pushing the bar, they'll set the bar higher for hip hop artists. I feel like both of them are in a good space right now, you know, despite their rift and the backlashes I might get as a business person working with both of them. It affects my
Wait,
family.
is it
you know what
that
I mean?
serious? Like,
It's real, man. Like
Business-wise?
yo, it's not a game. This thing is,
Damn.
I could die over this shit. I'm telling you, these people don't really like each other.
Yo, that's
I'm
crazy.
telling you, yo, it's
Crazy.
real. But at the end of the day, who else is there to take the risks, man? I'm an
Yeah.
OG. Kali
Yeah.
knows that. Octopizzo knows that. We're gonna do this the hard way.
yeah.
But we're doing this for the culture, man. It doesn't matter. We're not doing. They know this thing is bigger than them. They know it's not all on me. This thing is bigger than them. You know.
Absolutely.
So we gotta do it for the culture. And guess what? I just did the first Gengeton endorsement.
Oh, word.
It's coming out this week.
Oh, word. Wait,
Biggest.
can we talk about that?
That's gonna be big.
Can we talk about that?
Gengeton was never recognized in corporates. They consider it dirty.
I mean, it's
Raw.
kind of hood and ghetto.
You know
a
what
little.
Gengeton is? It's the underground hip hop that
Come
corporates
on.
never loved
Stop
in the US.
it.
That's what it is. I'm
Wait,
telling you.
wait, you're calling,
the-
wait, are you saying Gengeton is hip hop?
It's hip hop.
Come
Hell
on.
yeah.
Jinx.
It's hip hop.
Are you, come on now. Listen, exactly.
It's
It's
hip-hop.
rap.
It's hip hop.
Listen.
Yo,
It's hip hop.
No,
Yeah.
come on now.
it's Gengeton is hip hop, whether you like it or not.
Listen, I feel like this is a conversation that
That's a
all
big
hip hop heads can get
conversation,
in
man.
on, and we should have a round table
We
on
should.
that
We should.
conversation. I feel like Gengeton is rap. I don't agree with it being hip hop.
I believe it's
Because
hip hop.
the beat structure, everything that they do is
Mm-hmm.
not like, even the beat arrangement is nothing close to what hip hop beats sound like.
But for me, you see, it's not about the beat, it's the way you express the art. that
But,
defines
I
you
mean-
in hip hop.
But listen,
Here's
hip hop.
the thing. Hip hop, yeah, the boom box kind of thing, the boom bow, that's different.
But listen, hip hop, that's hip hop music. The reason Gengetone can't be considered hip hop music because hip hop is more than just the music, right? It's a whole culture behind it. The beat arrangement, the structure of the lyrics, the bars, they're nothing
You think
hip hop. It
Gengetone-
is rap
you
music.
think Gengetone
It
is
is
not
rap
culture?
music, which is an element of hip hop, but I don't agree with Gengetone being hip hop.
That's another debate. We're gonna go ham on that, but I can guarantee you and I can justify Gengetone is hip hop.
Listen, I mean, we're gonna have a whole conversation with Jinx and Blaze and Kimia, and everybody is gonna come on set, and then they're gonna lay
There's
out
no
their
difference
piece.
between Gengetone and grime music. Grime just
Listen.
you know, grime is just a different, it's just a different sound.
What?
Gengetone is just a different sound. It's just a difference in sound.
Castro
But look at the
style.
art of expression. They spit, they don't sing.
They do, which is rap, which is the rap aspect of it.
Vibes Cartel spit.
Here's the thing. For me,
Nah, he does.
vibes, it'll vary it with the different kind of song that probably feels
But
like
he
needs
does
to
spit.
talk. But here's the thing. Vibes is a real spitter. I won't denounce that. He's the godfather of dancehall, man. How do you say no to that? But even Beanie Man, you can say he was semi-hip hop. He did
Listen.
joints with Dr. Dre.
Listen, listen. No,
He
no,
did
wait.
joints. If Dr.
Doing
Dre
a
didn't
record
do
with a
joints-
hip hop artist, does that make you a hip hop artist? Exactly.
But here's the thing. It's where you position yourself at the end of the day. All these things are umbrellas, man. The umbrellas of hip hop. These are babies of hip hop. Genge is a baby of
Okay,
hip hop.
I heard you because of the
You
rap
know?
element of it, right?
Kapuka was a baby of hip hop.
No dispute because of the rap element. But we
Exactly.
can't classify it. Like, for example, we're having Uncut Hip Hop Awards and we have like Gengetone Artist of the Year. I think that's like a miscalculation because the award show is literally hip hop and they might be doing that rap shit.
Who's a hip hop artist? He's a spokesman for our community, right?
Fucking, yeah. Oh,
Right?
I thought you wanted examples. But then,
He's a
wait.
spokesman for the community.
Wait, if a dancehall artist is a spokesman for the community, will you call them now a hip hop artist
I'll
as well?
call it
Because
hip-hop. I'll call
dancehall
it
artists
hip-hop.
do.
Hip
Really?
hop is the first collection of genre that hip hop is the first collection of genre that allowed artists to speak what they see in their society.
Real
and put it
life
on,
shit,
on
yes.
an instrumental.
Understood.
Put it on an instrumental. I'm not putting it on and I can put it in a way whereby you'll still dance. I'll put it in a way whereby you'll dance. I'll put it in a way whereby you'll just bump your head, and I'll put it in a situation whereby you'll just sit there and listen to it. As long as I'm not singing, I'm spitting bars, that's hip hop.
Come on now.
This shit
Yo,
done change.
you know what? Listen,
This shit done change.
Listen, we're not even gonna talk
If
about.
hip hop accepted 6ix9ine, you're gonna accept Gengetone.
Listen.
Whether you like it or not.
Whoa.
If hip hop accepted
Whoa,
6ix9ine,
whoa, whoa.
you're
Hold
gonna
up.
accept Gengetone.
Hold
I'm
up now.
telling you. And Gengetone is more raw than
What are you
6ix9ine,
talking
man.
about? What? It's just,
Spending millions of dollars.
listen, for real though. For real though.
Yeah.
Snitch 9 is not safe. He's not good. But yeah, I heard you. So the Gengetone endorsement wasn't coming through because corporate considered it dirty, ghetto, all that street shit.
No, we had to sanitize it.
Okay.
You know, it's when you're on the corporate level, you gotta play different. I'm a politician. I'm a corporate politician. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta play the cards.
When you're there, you just talk the numbers. That's what they like to hear.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care about the culture.
Yeah.
What they care about is the numbers. Will it convert?
Yeah.
Will it make us money? So we managed to convince the clients that this is what's gonna be relevant to you. So once it's dropped, that's another conversation for another day. You'll see it.
What about like people who are talented who don't necessarily have the numbers? Corporate don't think of, let me grow with this talent and then, you know, this is
They
like
do.
lifelong bank.
They do. It's how you look at it. Here's the thing. When I left Tanasha, I left her working with a hair saloonpreneur who has a store in CBD at Moy Avenue.
Damn.
You don't need a well-established company to consider it a corporate endorsement, and that's why people are going wrong. You need that guy outside your building, that kiosk outside your building, that supermarket outside your building to collaborate with you to see how they could empower your craft and how you could empower their products or services. That's corporate endorsement to me. I don't know how people look at this thing. Because if you look at corporate endorsement as only Safaricom, whenever they endorse you, that's nothing. I did Tanasha's EP launch with SMEs. There was no blue chip company in that EP, and you saw how the EP came out. It was all SMEs, strictly small, medium enterprises. I never did that with big blue chips companies, Airtel, I never did it with them. I went for the small time dogs, but they got cash flow. That's what people don't know. You don't need millions to establish yourself. You just need things covered on your budget. Is my hair covered? Good. I knew Tanasha, she's a female. I realized it's hard to endorse a female or to sign a female on a record label because they're expensive. They have more needs than a male. So what did I do? Get a clothing partner. Get a hair partner. Your hair is done. You ain't gotta spend money on salon anymore. Your clothes are done. You ain't gotta buy clothes anymore. What else do you need? Makeup? You can do
Shoes.
that. You know what I mean? You can do that by yourself. Or you could go natural. We're in a different world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just gotta start small. I don't know what people be chasing. People be chasing big things. People ain't partnering with restaurants. Just partner with a restaurant to give you food. That's it. That means you can never lack food. That means you can keep producing content. You don't need money in every endorsement.
Yeah.
You need to trade. You need to trade because you're getting this affinity on social media. So why are you chasing people who will never even recognize you because you ain't got now millions of followers on Instagram?
Heard you.
You don't need that. Go to your local barber right now. That's a cost that you incur indirectly that you don't need to incur. Go to your local barber and tell them, yo, listen, I want you to be shaving me, bro. I'll be giving you shout outs. I'll even do a Buster freestyle out here. I'll do a barbershop freestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm a very well-known person in this community. You don't need big endorsements to survive. What you need is small endorsements to survive. Things that really cost, that are really affecting you directly, that you're not seeing. I feel like, where did this kid go? This kid was Tunji. Tunji should never pay for any matatu. As long as he's, he's a public, public person who's, riding on matatus.
Yeah.
He shouldn't. Guys in Rongai should be giving Tunji free
rides.
matatu rides. He put matatu, he
But
put
Rongai-
the route on.
Yeah. He
Literally.
Did. He did.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you just gotta work with the communities that you have. You love drugs, alcohol, you know what I mean? You love it. Shout out to Hennessy.
You know?
You love Hennessy. Go get yourself a wines and
Yeah.
and
Get some free product.
You
Do
know,
what
spirits partnership. Go look for your local star. Tell them, yo, listen, I'm gonna come here with my boys, bust a freestyle.
Heard you.
All you gotta do is just keep giving us the bottles.
Keep the bar open.
Keep the bottles coming because we need this. We need
Yeah.
this while we're in the studio.
Yeah.
It's a necessity. I understand
feel
it's
you.
needed in the creative.
Yep.
So try and get leverage with everybody that you work with. You know what I mean? And that's what being a smart businesspreneur is, man.
Heard you, man.
Yeah.
Damn, lots of dimes. I feel like people have to pay for this interview. I'm on my boss shit now. Our theme this year is culture over fear. I know this one really has applied to you in all the things that you've tried to spearhead and all the things that you have spearheaded as well. What do you understand by that theme?
I feel like culture over fear is authenticity, according to me. I feel like the best artworks, the greatest person to ever put, my top 5, my number 1 is Tupac Shakur. Tupac was able to paint for me the picture like no other artist would do it. That means because he was an honest artist. He never felt some type of way to express how he feels. Tupac told you when he was broke. He told you when he got money. He told you when ladies never loved him. He told you when he got ladies with money. So at the end of the day, I just feel like authenticity is what really matters when it comes to the culture before fear. The type of time that you're in, as long as you're creative with a public platform, express what you're feeling or what you're going through. Man, I'm still waiting to see the first hip-hop artist who will say they're gay and they're proud. I'm still waiting to see, for real, I'm
Yeah.
still waiting to see the first, lady to say, I'm a lesbian and I'm proud of this shit. I'm still waiting to see artists say, yo, listen,
I'm
still have my
transgender.
Nikes, which I've been wearing for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I need an endorsement to put on new Nikes on. I'm still waiting to hear that kind of conversation in music. And that's why I love Wakadinali are my favorite rap group right now. I just like them. They keep it honest, bro. They tell you, yo, listen, if I don't get money, I'm gonna rob your ass. And it's real. They don't lie. They'll rob you.
Don't you run wheezy.
I like that shit. It's real. And I've met the guys. They're really, really serious about it. They ain't playing about this stuff. They're not just saying it to entertain you. They're telling you that's how we live. That's how we love our life. You know what I mean? So I really want people to express it. I want people to be on that level of saying the truth. Just be honest with the art. Don't be afraid to say you're broke. Everybody broke this year. What you afraid of saying, man?
Listen,
What are you afraid of saying?
right
You
there
know,
with you.
this shit is real, you know.
It
and that's why I
is.
like the old cats because they keep it real. They
Yeah.
keep it 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People say real things when real things are happening and they put it in their art. Say it. Nobody gives a fuck about your ego.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about what position you're in. We all know each other. It's a small community in Kenya. If you can be able to pull it out and say, yo, listen, these politicians are messing us up. We don't have a future as a youth. Look at all the promises these politicians have made for us.
Yeah.
None of them are here
Facts.
to look after the artists when they're going through this. Matter of fact, not even the artists. They're not even here to look out for your father, your moms, your kid.
Nothing.
We don't have a future as this country right now, as it stands. We don't, poor leaders,
Yeah.
greedy,
Yep.
you know, they're just giving us strategies.
Yeah.
Look at where we are. We don't have artists speaking against these people. King Kaka did it. Everybody went and backlash him. If artists were smart, they could have held their ground, and that's why I like Wakadinali because they keep it 100. They call these guys criminals and thieves. Yes, they are. Call them as you see it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of expressing your art and what you're seeing. Say it as you see it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
if he's a phony ass brother, say it.
Listen,
Speak the truth out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's hip hop for me.
for sure, man.